Okay, all right. I'm going to try my best to commentate this. Hello and welcome to, once again, another race in the Super Mario 63 NMS Tournament. NMS stands for No Major Skips. The race is going to begin in 15 seconds. I'll try to make this quick. No Major Skips is a category where you run without skipping any major portions of the game, involving mostly the intended route. Here we have FreezerGlobe and nabster978, two very good runners. Nabster is 4th on the NMS leaderboard, and I honestly don't know what's going on, but Nabster is 4th, Freezer is 14th, I believe, and we'll be starting very soon. We weren't actually starting in 15 seconds, but it's close. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I will do my best to answer them. Super Mario 63 is a fan game developed by Runo. It runs on the Adobe Flash engine. It is from, I think, it is Crayon. That's me. Yeah. I can hear myself for some reason. No Major Skips is a category where you run without skipping any major portions of the game, involving mostly the intended route. Here we have FreezerGlobe and Nabster978. I don't know where I'm hearing myself from, but it's not one. Nabster is 4th on the NMS leaderboard. All right, I fixed it. Okay. And I honestly don't know what's going on, but we're off. This was a bit of a scuffed startup because of some problems. Oh. Yeah, Nab has the thing open. Anyway, why two different styles of timer? Super Mario 63 is a fan game developed by Runo. I don't know what you're talking about. Freezer did not start the timer. Oops. Oh well, that's fine. It is Crayon. That's me. Yeah. They both have the in-game timer up in the top right. The in-game timer is modded in through a mod that I made. They're both going through. The start of this is the same as the any percent route, which means they've both practiced this part quite a lot. All right, I fixed it. Okay. The timers that you can see at the bottom, in case you're not familiar, are the resyncing is wrong. one of the SpeedGaming people has gotten confused and has linked up with Freezer's live split timer, which is wrong. They should be linking it up with the in-game timer. Freezer did not start the timer. Oops, the one that actually started at the right time. But never mind. They both have the in-game timer up in the top right. The in-game timer is modded in through a mod that I made. They're both going through. The start of this is the same as the any percent route, which means they've both practiced this part quite a lot. Alright. Anyway, so ask any questions for anything that you've missed while I've been wrangling with the stream setup. Napster is frozen because they're trying desperately to sync up the streams and failing. But they're getting that. Thank you, Mekan, SpeedGaming, for all your work. Sorry for the confusion. So they both pulled off they're about to pull off a shine cancel. That is a strategy where you pause buffer, collecting a shine while triple jumping, and it will allow you to skip being kicked out of the stage, which allows you to... You hearing double? Probably. I don't know. I think one of them might have the stream on in one of their tabs. Honestly, it might be worth restarting at this point. Okay. I think it's been a bit of a mess. Anyway, you muted Nabster? So, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Ask any questions for anything that you missed. So, I didn't get to explain it, but one of they both, I think, pulled off the wrong warp, where you pause going into a transition, and in some stages you can get warped to the wrong spot. Nabster is going for the island shine. He got it. I'm trying desperately to commentate effectively here. This is not going well. Hopefully, it's still entertaining. No audio from either of you. Okay, cool. All right, I'll have to just sing the music then. So Freezer now has the island shine. They're not neck and neck, but they're relatively close. Nabster is going into. They both have the stream open. God damn it. Nabster is going into Snowman's Land. If someone can say in their chat that they have the stream open or something. Actually, then again, if they have the stream open, then they can hear me complaining. So anyway, Nabster is going to go for a shine cancel. You can see what that does. So he's going to triple. Oh, he missed it, which is going to lose him quite a bit of time actually. But but that's fine. A shine cancel saves quite a bit of time in NMS, and you have to do a lot of them. Open SM63 yourself and simulate the sound. That's not a bad idea, actually, but I'm not going to do it because I'll just forget. Freezer is currently wrangling with the worst boss in the game, aside from perhaps Redshine. There we go. Nabster is making his way up to the top of the snowman. This is an interesting one. You can do a shine cancel there, but it's really hard and there's no reason to do it. So generally people just pause exit there like that, and it skips the shine collect cutscene, which is slightly faster. Freezer is going for the shine cancel. He's taking his sweet time with it. He makes it. That's good. That's going to save him quite a bit of time compared to Nabster missing that one. I think Nabster is still quite ahead, but that's going to give him a little bit of an edge. Nabster is probably going to go for this strange wall clip up here. Nabster was complaining that he was a bit rusty on NMS, so we might see an interesting match here. Freezer is making his way up to the top of the snowman. I'll remind you that Freezer is 14th on the leaderboard and Nabster is 4th on the leaderboard, so they're not particularly evenly matched. But nonetheless, while they're not neck and neck, they're relatively close, which is pretty good. Thank you again, Mekans, for I don't know, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Thank you for helping. We've been a bit of a mess currently. Nabster's making his way into Bowser 1. He does I think that's called a half throw, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he goes for 2 half throws, which is a strat where you pick up Bowser facing the wrong way, and it allows you to throw him into the bomb a lot faster. Nabster has collected the first Bowser key as Freezer is going into the level. I forgot to mention, because I'm so used to it by this point, but Freezer's about to do a weird thing where he will drop onto this moving grey platform, and he'll press down, and he'll appear to enter an invisible pipe, because for whatever reason, there's an invisible dev pipe there that leads you straight to the Bowser fight. Nobody quite knows why it's there, but it is. Nabster is now in Tutorial 2. He's making his way with Turbo Flood down to the depths of the water to hit these switches, which causes a platform to appear. You can skip that whole section by jumping on birds, but it's very RNG based and really difficult, so most people don't go for it, and especially in races. Throw resets. Oh, that's hard to explain. Nabster is going to be doing a couple of double rockets, which involves pausing while you're rocketing, which allows you to rocket twice. It still takes up 2 rockets worth of water, but it does allow you to do the second rocket in midair, which gives you a lot of extra height. Nabster is now making his way into Shifting Sandland, that's SSL. He's using Turbo Flood to get through the section faster. He has to collect the 8 red coins, I believe. And he's going to go up to the top of the... You could just... Oh! Nabster misses another shine cancel. That's going to lose him a bit of time. Nabster historically has had some trouble with shine cancels, if I'm not mistaken. I might be confusing that with someone else, but shine cancels are particularly irritating in NMS because they're frame perfect, but bear in mind this game runs at 32 FPS, so that's a lot more lenient than most frame perfect tricks in most games. Because you get about double the amount of time, because most games run at 60 FPS, so a frame perfect trick is a lot easier at 60 FPS. Sorry, it's a lot easier at 32 than it is at 60. Anyway. He misses another one. He's not having a good day. They are very irritating because for NMS, they're basically mandatory because they save so much time. But having to do, like, I think it's got to be somewhere like 20, at least 20 shine cancels in one run, which are all frame perfect. To mess up a single one of them basically kills your run because you lose like a minute. They're not so much of a problem in races, but the race pretty much comes down to who misses the fewest shine cancels. If anyone needs me to explain what SM63 is again, I can try my best. Or if you have any questions in general, feel free to ask them. I'll do my best to explain everything. Nabster is making his way up to Garden, which is it was fast. Yeah, it was good. He's making his way to the Garden section, which is mainly based on RNG because it depends how Kamek decides to shoot the enemies at you. But you do have a bit of control over it because killing enemies faster causes you to get through the segment faster. So some of it's RNG, some of it isn't. This is not a particularly fun part of the game, but it's not the worst. That's Red Shine. We'll get to that later. It's sort of auto-scroller, yeah, but it's not a literal auto-scroller like Red Shine. Interestingly enough, Kamek is responsible for both auto-scrollers. Nabster isn't supposed to have floods in this section, but using a trick called Flood Preserve, he's brought floods into this section. Freezer is making his way into the same section. As far as I'm aware, the only way to get better at wrong warps is just to practice, because you need to familiarize yourself with each individual warp to know when to pause. They're both in the same section now. Frame perfect tricks are cool, except when it's 60 FPS and cleaning the system, and you have to do 23 of them in a row, while also going to precise locations and knowing which angles to take to get a good run. Speedrunning that doesn't sound fun. Nabster's into the Goom Boss fight now, which this is taken from Super Mario 64 DS, I believe. You can relatively easily get by it just by positioning yourself correctly. Napster struggled a little bit on that one, but he made it through. He's going to get green shine now. He needs that to progress through the game. It's a specific storyline shine that you need. Freezer is about to kill... Oh, wait. Okay, he's a phase behind where I thought he was, but that's fine. Napster is making his way into Boo's Mansion to get Flood Preserve, I believe. That's a trick that allows you to get floods in places where you're not supposed to get them. There's actually two different ways that you can do it, and it depends on the situation. But in this case, Napster is going into Boo's Mansion, and then he's going to unlock floods somewhere else, and that will put it in Boo's Mansion. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the route that has triple rocket in, but if it does, then I'm gonna have a great time trying to describe that on stream. Freezer is just... I don't even know where Freezer went there. I wasn't paying attention. Napster is about to get the shine in Secret of the Sky. This is an interesting level. It's kind of bland, but it is quite interesting at the same time because it's got a lot of win back boxes. Freezer is now finished in Green Shine. You'll notice he exited out of Green Shine and ended up in the I got Snowman's Land confused with Shifting Sandland. He exited out of Shifting Sandland. That's because the game is not very good at storing which stage you're in. Honestly, I don't know if he does BM. I don't know the route. I'm not an NMS runner. I just know the strats. FreezerGlobe is in Wet Dry World. I think they're doing two different routes, so this is going to be hard to commentate. Nabster is in Hazy Maze Cave. He needs to shine cancel this shine. He might not be attempting to shine cancel. I'm not sure if that was intentional. I think that wasn't intentional. Oh, sorry, was intentional. Freezer is going for the Wet Dry World route. Okay, Napster is going for Boo's Mansion. I'm not quite sure what he's doing in Boo's Mansion. No, yeah, okay, he was flood preserving. Okay, so Napster is doing a triple rocket, which involves double rocketing, and on the second rocket, you have to pause buffer the rocket and ride that out, allowing you to do an extra 2 rockets after that second rocket, which allows you to get 3 rockets of total height. He's going to do it again here. Because I think he fell off by accident. And he makes it up. He's pretty good at pulling those off. That's a difficult strat. Yeah, there's an awful lot of rocketing in this game. As far as we're aware, you can only do triple rocket. You can't do quadruple rocket. I mean, you can do air rocketing, but that's something different. That involves going through the bottom of a platform when you rocket, and you get like 1 frame of ground time that refills your power meter. Anyway, I think Freezer might be done in Wet Dry World. Napster is... I don't know what Napster's doing. Oh, he's going into Form's Castle, which is an interesting level. It depends on the platform. There's no consistent way of air rocketing for all platforms, but you can do each one consistently if you know how to do each one. Freezer's going for a wrong warp. He gets the wrong warp. That's going to save him quite a bit of time. That's a simple trick where you pause when going through a transition, and you can, in certain rooms, you can warp to the wrong place. Napster is going through Frosty Flood, which you're meant to be able to... You're meant to go through it to teach you how to use Turbo Flood, but in that case, Napster just skipped all of it. Freezer is now in Hazy Maze Cave. Napster is going across to, I think, Bowser 2. That's Bowser in the Fire Sea. We could just press left and right when passing through the platform. No, that doesn't work. That only works on some platforms. And it's no more consistent than it would be otherwise. Freezer is making his way down into the depths. I'm sorry, my voice changed a bit there. I fell off my chair. Freezer is making his way down into the depths of Hazy Maze Cave, and he's trying for a wrong warp. When he gets the wrong warp, that's going to lead him into the Toxic Maze. This is an interesting part. It's not too difficult, but if you bonk, it gets annoying. Napster is now in the end of Bowser 2. I think he's gone for the red shine. This is going to be interesting, because if he misses the shine cancel, he's going to lose about 2 minutes, which is a real pain. Ooh, that was scary. Is he going to get it? Let's see. Okay, he got it. All right, that's going to save him quite a bit of time. He's got to hope that Freezer does not get that. There's a cutscene skip coming up here. When Napster kills Bowser, he's going to jump off the cliff and take a death. It's not 2 minutes. I don't know how long it takes. However long it takes you to go through Bowser 2 again. He's going to jump off that cliff. It's going to kill him. And that'll take him back to the level, but he'll be able to save the key, which allows him to exit the level and skip the cutscene, which saves him quite a bit of time. If you don't manage to do that, you have to actually close the game and restart it, which is just kind of a pain, especially given that we're restreaming. We have to reset the crop and everything. Napster's going to do a wind buffer, which is where you jump into a wind box and you pause buffer a bunch, and it gives you a bunch of speed. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with speed and pause buffering in this game. Freezer is now in Frosty Flood. Napster is making his way through Tall Mountain. He's going to probably do quite a lot of double rockets to get up to the top of this part, and I don't think he's going to bother shine canceling. You can shine cancel this shine, but it's not worth it because it takes a long time to get back down, so it's easier to just exit the level. I think that's correct, at least. Freezer is making his way into Bowser 2. I need to breathe. I'm speaking too fast. Freezer is making his way through Bowser in the Fire Sea. He's going to... is he going to go for the reds? He is going for reds. Okay. So that means he has to get the shine cancel as well. If he misses the shine cancel, there's basically no chance that he's going to be able to win. But Napster is going for the shine cancel at the top. He gets that. That's going to save him a bit of time. Not an immense amount of time. The shine cancels in Tall Mountain aren't too significant as far as I'm aware, but that one's a good one to get. Freezer is making his way. I wonder if he's going to go for the rocket. Yeah, he's going to go for a rocket up there, and he makes it. That's good. You can basically skip the sling star there. By the way, there aren't very many Super Mario Galaxy elements in this game, but there are a couple. Sling stars are the main one. It's mostly Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, but there is a bit of Super Mario Galaxy in here as well. All right, Freezer's about to get the 8 red coins shine, or try to at least. We'll see if he gets the shine cancel. Even if you miss the shine cancel, you still get the shine, but you just have to redo the level. Ooh, Napster is now in... Oh, okay. Freezer got the shine cancel. That's good. Napster is now in Red Shine, which is generally considered the worst level of the game because there is a bit of Galaxy music, yeah. Red Shine is generally considered the worst part of the game because it's an auto-scroller that throws a bunch of enemies at you and it's really slow. Shame they didn't add elements from Mario Odyssey. For anyone wondering, Vertic is joking because this game was made in 2009. So I think that was actually before Super Mario Galaxy 2, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm probably wrong because I'm never right about anything. Freezer is making his way to Tall Mountain. Napster is just very slowly making his way through Red Shine, achingly slowly. This is why nobody likes this shine. It's a cool atmosphere, but it's just annoying to play. Freezer is wind buffering up there, as we mentioned earlier. If anyone has any questions while we're in this sort of slow spot, feel free to ask them, because there's not really much to describe, given that I've already described what is happening to Freezer, and what is happening to Napster is fairly self-explanatory. He's getting shot at. Surely he won't die at the end of Red Shine. I believe it's possible to get insta-killed in Red Shine, but I can't remember how it happens. I think you... Oh, that is... okay, he's fine. I think if you go too far off the left, you get insta-killed. That's like pretty much the only way you can get insta-killed in Super Mario 63. I mean, you can drown, but that's not really an insta-kill. There's a boss coming up here where you get a checkpoint when you fight the boss, but the boss is still kind of irritating, but it's not too hard to kill once you learn the strats. FreezerGlobe's going for the shine cancel. And he gets it. Napster is going to fight the big bully. He gets 1 hit, 2 hits. All you've got to do is knock it into the lava. Slash kill. This is not the practice hack, unfortunately. Ooh. Okay, he's got the final hit. And he doesn't get damaged by any bullet bills, so that's good for him. Oh, he makes a questionable rocket maneuver there. But he's out of the level. He's done. Red Shine, unfortunately, in NMS is one of the things you're specifically not allowed to skip, because that would be considered a major skip. Falling off the stage also insta-kills you? Oh, well, yeah, true. Falling into bottomless pits will also insta-kill you. I believe Napster is doing a flood preserve into TikTok clock. Freezer is, I think, going into Red Shine now. If anyone's wondering why the timers are desynced, it's because Freezer started his late. Napster is going through Magma Maze. This one's pretty simple. You just have to go through this little pocket of water here, and you get the shine. You don't need to shine cancel it, because there's nothing else in the level. Freezer is now aching gently through... That was a strange set of words. He's struggling through Red Shine. It's not too difficult, it's just annoying. Napster is going through TikTok clock, making his way up. He's probably going to do the Reds glitch. You collect a single red coin here, and you go out of the room, and then you go back into the room, and for some reason that spawns the shine, so you can just get it and leave. I think he meant to shine cancel that. No, he didn't. There is some science behind why that bug happens, but it's too hard to explain. It was a really good... That was a pretty smooth Goober bounce. Ooh, Freezer is not in a good position. He got stun locked on the... Ooh, okay, he just barely survived there. That would have been very irritating if he died, because that would lose him a lot of time and he'd have to go all the way back through the auto-scroller. But he survived. Napster is making his way through Cave of Empuzzlement. He's going to get both floods. He misses the double rocket, which will lose him a couple of seconds. He gets 1, gets 2. He's now going to double rocket again, and brings him up to there. Uses a good combination of double rocket and turbo, and he exits the level. That was a good Cave of Empuzzlement, other than missing the double rocket at the start. Freezer's just about finishing Red Shine. Napster is making his way through Rainbow Ride. This is a notoriously annoying level. Making his way up to the shine at the top. He's going to get that. That skipped an entire section by double rocketing. He's now making his way up to the left. And going up to Cruiser. I think this is the last shine cancel in the run. If he misses it, he loses a little bit of time. And it's kind of... Oh, he missed it. Okay, that's good. I think that's the last one in the run, and also it loses you probably the most time, or at least close to the most time. But he should be fine. He's a significant distance ahead of Freezer. That is the run killer, really. It's in an annoying spot. It's not that bad. Oh, okay, all right. Still, if you miss it, it's annoying. Napster is making his way up to... Yeah, for a race, it's fine. Just for like a main run, it's kind of irritating. Okay, I think you need 32. Yeah, so Napster now has 32 shines, which means he can go into the final boss, or rather the final level, which is Bowser 3. Freezer is going into Magma Maze, doing the fairly linear part that I mentioned earlier. Napster is properly collecting floods because he technically doesn't have floods for real. He now has them. He's going into Bowser 3 with those floods, and he'll need those to skip a couple of the sections and generally make things easier for himself. All right, this section's quite fast-paced, and it's also part of the any percent route, so it's unlikely that Napster will make very many mistakes. Freezer's going for a slightly awkward shine cancel. He makes it. That's good. Ooh, Napster slightly scuffs the... Ooh, he does it again. Double rocket. There we go. He gets it the third time. He's going through... This is an interesting section. Any percent runners can generally do this bit really fast, because this is a really fun part to practice, if any percent. So you'll see people whizzing through this part. There's a lot of cool strats you can do here. This, on the other hand, this part is not fun. As PKSMG2 pointed out, this part is not fun. That part's cool, but it's annoying. He's going to do a zip here where he hits some awkward collision and teleports to the other side of the room like that. Which is pretty cool. There's not very many zips in this game. It's cool when you find one. He's going to double rocket, and he's going into Fake Bowser. You'll see why it's called Fake Bowser soon. This is a fairly simple part. It's sort of an auto-scroll, but people tend to not mind it as much as Garden or Red Shine because it doesn't drag on, and you've still got stuff to do. You can still kill enemies and stuff. FreezerGlobe making his way nicely through Cave of Empuzzlement. Gets the shine. In Fake Bowser, you kind of have to deal out... You have to clear out all of the enemies generally to make things easier to work with. It's not too difficult, but it's kind of just, if you die, it's annoying because you have to restart it. Fake, as in fake Minecraft speedrun? Yes. It's really funny when the fake Minecraft speedrun explodes and becomes a robot. And then you have to go to space to fight the real Minecraft speedrun. Anyway, Nabster is going to go for cutscene skip, which is a strat that saves just a little bit of time. Oh, he slightly misses it, but that's fine. It won't save too much. It won't lose too much time. He's going into the space section, which is one of my favorite sections of the game. He's making his way up. He's going to go for the reverse dive, which is a nice, clean strat. It's quite fast as well. Is he going to go for Digny Space? He goes for Digny Space. That's also a very clean strat. The only reason he's able to do that consistently is because people tend to grind this segment a lot for any percent, because this is a difficult section and there's a lot of RNG. So Nabster has no doubt been grinding this for a long time, which is good. And it takes a lot of mental resolve to be able to do that, because this section is annoying, but it's also cool. What is Freezer doing? I don't know where he's going. He's going into Tropical Island, Tidal Isles. Napster is also having a bit of trouble. He's missing his throws, but that's not going to be so much of a problem as Freezer doing the wrong shines. Okay, Napster is making his way into the end of the game. He is approaching the escape sequence, which ought to be interesting. It's a bit hard to commentate because it goes by really fast. Why is I think Freezer's just doing 100% now. I don't know why he got the star coin. You don't need that. He's in the wrong level. Enjoy your look at Tidal Isles while you can, because you won't see it ever again on the SpeedGaming channel. Unless we do 100%, which we probably won't. Alright, Napster is almost in the escape sequence. There's a slightly lengthy cutscene here, which involves a lot of spamming the Z key. Okay, right. Switching to rocket and then double rocketing and then turboing across here, and he gets hit by a meteor, but he keeps on going. He's going to turbo along here. He's going to jump to avoid that Goomba, and then he's going to jump over here, then do a dive down to there. He's going to turbo across, and he's going to hit that Cooper, and he's going to jump again. He's going to jump again on that Cooper, and he's going to... Ooh, he misses, so he's going to go for the Sling Star, and that is time. So that was a 27-13 for nabster978. That's a win for him. Freezer is doing something. He has enough shines. Freezer has enough shines now, so I think he's going to be going into Bowser 3. I think we have enough time in the time slot to watch Freezer finish, but I'm going to mark the win for Nabster. All right, I've marked the win. If anyone has any more questions, feel free to ask them. I will do my best to describe what's going on for Freezer a little bit slower now. So in the outside section, he does a rocket storage, which allows him to get across here a bit faster, which means he can spend most of his time using turbo. He's going to do a couple of air rockets here to continue up this area faster without having to hit the ground again to recharge his rocket. He's going to do a double rocket here to get him... no, he's not, apparently. He's just messing around, I think. He's taking the scenic route. I don't know why, but he's doing it. He's double rocketing up there. I don't even know if I've seen this room in an NMS run before, because there's no reason to go here. I don't even know if I've seen this room in a speed run before, because I don't know if there's a star coin here. But anyway, I don't pay attention to the 100% runs very much. So Freezer is wrangling with this room. You forgot this room existed? Yeah. You go to the left from the section where you usually double rocket to skip it. Yeah, in hover only, you don't even go this way because it's slow. And evidently it's slow because Freezer is not having a good time with it. There we go. He's running out of water as well. That's going to be a problem. I have a question. I was playing SM63 and I pressed exit level and somehow is it the sling star going to be... God, shut up, Vertic. Shut up. That Vertic is making a joke about... He's breaking the commentator guidelines because he's talking about an inside joke. So to avoid breaking the commentator guidelines, I will explain it. So what Vertic is talking about is a problem known as leftover data, where when you do a particular action, like unlocking Bowser 3 or going into the Bowser 3 room, the game will make a record of that information. And when it makes that record, often the game isn't very good at resetting said records. So what it will generally do is it'll be left over when you go into your second run, provided you don't close the game and restart it. Which means that a lot of people get through one any percent run, and then they restart the game because they weren't happy with their time, and then they go through it again, and then they exit level in the part with the eddy shine, and that causes them to basically warp to Bowser 3 because that's the last place they were in the previous run. And that confuses people because they're usually new to the game and they don't know how leftover data works. And generally what happens is someone will explain, no, you haven't discovered a strat that's useful for any percent. This is a thing called leftover data. And then they'll explain everything that I just explained. So that's the inside joke. I hope you enjoyed Crayon Explains the Joke. Tune in next time on SpeedGaming 3 for more jokes. Anyway, so Freezer didn't go for the zip. He's going to go for the double rocket, though. I don't quite know what's going through his head right now, but he's definitely capable of doing those strats, but I don't quite know what his plan is. He is still, to be fair, he is still playing pretty well, despite the fact that he just messed around with half of it. Yeah, there's no way to escape T2. You can't. It just traps you in there forever. You have to beat the level. Either that or you have to game over, I think. I believe that's the only way to escape. Freezer is gradually making his way through the fake Bowser boss fight. You'll notice in the bottom left, there's a box that says quality. That's in green. I think it's technically faster for any percent. It's faster to have that box be blue. And the reason behind that is so difficult to explain. I'm not even going to bother. Okay, Freezer is making his way. He actually gets cutscene skip. Napster didn't get that. It's not too difficult, but if you don't have enough height, you just don't get it, which is generally not your fault. Freezer is going for the long route, the scenic route once again. He's going for the Sling Star, which doesn't actually lose a whole lot of time, but he's hopping up, getting past these bullet bills. Hopefully he's going to get enough height off of those. He doesn't. He might have to... Oh, okay, never mind. He outplayed me. I didn't realize there was another bullet bill there. He's exceeded my expectations. He's going to double rocket hit. He's not going to double rocket here. Everything I've been saying for the past 10 minutes has been wrong. Will this be the first tourney race where both players finish? I think so. I believe FreezerGlobe is going for the HFO route, which is the hover flood only route, which means that he's not using rocket flood or turbo flood at all in the space section. I don't know why. I assume he thinks it's funny, which it kind of is, but I gotta commentate it now. Is he gonna go for the star coin? No, he's not gonna go for the star coin. Okay. He just decided he figured that he wanted the one in Tidal Isles, and other than that, nothing else. He just wanted that one. He's going into the True Bowser boss fight. Let's see if he gets all the throws correctly. The True Bowser boss fight isn't too difficult, but under the nerves of being at the end of the run, you can sometimes. Oh, he actually forgot. I don't. I don't know if he like did that on purpose or not. I don't know. But anyway, this part of the run isn't too difficult, but you have a chance. Yeah, you have a chance to get hit by those meteors if you're unlucky because they're mainly random. And also with the nerves that you'll be running on, sometimes you can just miss a throw because you mistime it. He has them, he just didn't use them. Okay. All right. Okay, now he's going to be mashing Z a lot because there's a lot of dialogue, and that's the only way to get through it. Nabster, I think, is just restarting to mess around. Okay, right, the escape section again. Let's see which strat Freezer goes for. He'll either go for the regular turbo strat or he'll pause buffer a rocket. I mislabeled this when I went through it on Nabs. It's not a double rocket. He does it to switch into turbo. Yeah, so he pauses that rocket and switches to turbo. And he goes through here. You can do a zip here, which I think Freezer might have been trying to do, but he's not getting it because it's quite hard to do and you have to be in the right alignment. All right. Freezer is now going for a dash buffer, which involves dashing and pause buffering by pressing the pause button a lot. And it gives you a lot of speed, as you can see. It's not actually fast on this section because you can just use turbo, but it looks cool. Let's see if he dies because he's in a bad position. He seems good. Okay, right. And that is time. Okay, that's 35:23. Okay. Okay, I marked him as done. All right. Good race. That was 27:13 versus 35:23. Both pretty respectable times, to be fair. I think for Napster, let me check the leaderboard. Yeah, so for Napster, that would put him in 6th place. And for Freezer, that would put him in, I believe, 18th place. So that's pretty good. That's not actually far off their current positioning. Especially given that Freezer went for the wrong route. All right, so I'm going to reintroduce the runners. We have today FreezerGlobe on twitch.tv and nabster978 on twitch.tv, who is currently messing around with the broken collision in this area. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I have been your commentator, GT Crayon, on twitch.tv. I will just run the commands. There you go. You can see the links in chat. I'm not sure if they'll be joining for the interview, but if they are, I'll let you know. I get the impression they're not, but if they're listening, if you've got the, you're not doing the interview. Napster, are you doing the interview? I think you get the, okay, you get the interview. Okay. You should get an invite link to your DMs, I think. Yeah, we have the time, I think. We got like 8 minutes. We should make it quick, but yeah, we have time. If anyone has any questions for Napster, feel free to ask them in the chat. I will ask them to him verbally. If not, I'll just ask him how the run went and how he's feeling, and if he has any comments about the run. Hopefully he's gotten the link in his DMs. If he hasn't in time, then I'll just end the broadcast because I believe there is a, what is next? Hold on. There is an SM Multi-World 2022. I don't know what that means, but that's what's happening next if you're interested. So stay tuned if you know what SM Multi-World SM Multi-World 2022 is. You're not being sent the link? Okay, well, I sent you the link. Hopefully that's not against the rules. Hello.
Hello.
All right. How is that? How do you
That's
feel about that run?
the weirdest run if you couldn't tell, I haven't played in like 2 weeks. I just kind of forgot everything.
Yeah, that's fair. You still did really well, though, to be fair. You got, I
I
think,
made
like...
some like really odd mistakes, like hitting shine cancels but not pressing down. Like that was I did that twice. And then
Yeah.
like Rainbow Red, I think it dropped one of my P inputs. So like Inside Keyboard sometimes does that, and it's kind of weird. But the funniest thing was, okay, I made like, did you notice the mistake that I went to HMC and then had to go back to BM?
I did notice that, actually. I think I did, at least. I noticed you were doing something weird in BM.
Yeah, the reason I did that earlier, and I was like, I looked at my shine count, and I was like, wait, I'm sorry, not my shine count, my time. I was like, I know I'm not playing that well. I think I should be a minute behind like potential PB pace. So I was like, okay. And
Huh.
then late game was actually okay. Like not great. And then I just kind of like forgot how to play the game in B3.
Yeah, fair enough. You did pretty well, though. It was a good time, and you did well. Do you have any closing statements before we end up the stream?
Oh yeah. Space is not nice.
You're not wrong.
Like literally, this is the first time in like it feels like months I've gotten good RNG in space. It was on this run.
Yeah. Space is an interesting spot. I really like the movement, but just the fact that there's meteors that are completely random, just really annoying.
Actually, like something that's underrated is actually the bullet bills.
That's true, actually. To be fair, they are.
And
Yeah,
I mean, also the coin flip of which direction the fly guy goes in room one. Is that loses
yeah,
0.3? It makes it a lot harder.
yeah. You're not wrong. Yeah,
I
I
got
agree.
I got, was it Digna Space?
You did,
That's
yeah. I
pretty
mentioned
cool.
that. That was cool.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I can de-rust.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, that's a good. Is that your first? That's your first race, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my first race.
Yeah, that's a good start. To be fair.
Hopefully I can like drop down to like hopefully like low 26 and maybe 25 because my PB is definitely improvable. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I've been 40 seconds out of my PB into
Wow.
like B3. That was like a month ago, like in December.
Oh yeah, fair
Oh wait,
enough.
that was 3 months ago actually. Wow, time passes quickly.
Wow. All right. Well, I think I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
need
gotta
to
go.
wrap this
Yeah,
up because we're sort of running out of time now.
yeah.
Anything else you want to say briefly?
Well, good luck to all the rest of the competitors and have a great day, everyone.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone, and as Naz said, have a great day.